To God be the glory, great things he has done. Tab family, it's graduation season, and we just wrapped up a wonderful ceremony here in the Family Life Center for 8 CDC students, just 5 years old. They all turned the tassel, signaling the beginning of a brand new future. But what kind of future do they have out there if they're not being protected at home from childhood sexual trauma? Well, one church partner says she has a possible solution to a very real problem.
We have no clue how to stop this thing because we don't know how to get out in front of it.
Sex abuse survivor Suzettra Walker is on a mission to change the way we think about childhood molestation, one page of her book at a time.
Thinking the same way and not saying anything has a whole generation of broken women.
Before young girls and boys reach adulthood and have to battle emotional, physical, and psychological scars like her, she says tough talks must take place early.
I want this to be a conversation starter. I want a parent who may not have talked to their children because they didn't know how to start to be able to sit down with their child and this book and say, this is what you need to do. This is the information that you need.
She says God woke her up in the middle of the night and told her to write. Don't you dare touch me there is the manifestation. She hopes it will become a resource to rival these numbers. 1 in 5 girls, 1 in 20 boys, the victim of child sexual abuse. Children are most vulnerable between the ages of 7 and 13. Her daughter, Sienna, is 9.
I have certain ways I don't like to be touched. And sometimes people like to touch me too much. When that happens, I politely say, I don't like to be touched that way. My family members let my cousin sit on their knee. I say, no thanks, that's not for me. Sometimes they frown, but that's okay. I just don't like to be touched that way.
If only Suzettra had that kind of courage as a child. If only someone, anyone, had talked to her when she was a little girl.
What I remember the most from that experience was that nobody took a moment to say, what's wrong? What happened? Why is she this way? So, and I believe if somebody had asked, I would have said, this is the reason. Nobody ever asked. So it's nobody asked.
Today, she's turning that pain into purpose, a simple yet profound message that could literally mean the difference between life or death.
I said, I'm going to get the courage today. I'm going to run out in front of a car. Thank God it never happened. If this stops one child from getting touched inappropriately, my labor is not in vain.
Not in vain. Suzettra says after her stepfather would molest her, he would give her money to go to the store to buy pickles. She still loves pickles to this day, but she cannot stomach quartet gospel music because he was a guitarist in a quartet group. Sometimes the stain remains. But we want you to know help is available. Get one of these abuse cards if you don't have it already and reach out. And as the song says, you don't have to stay in the shape that you're in. The potter wants to put you back together again. We're making the devil mad all month long as we focus on taking back our families. And thank you so much for worshiping with us at the historic Tabernacle Baptist Church, the most impactful place on the planet.